What I want to do is talk a little bit about some changes that Microsoft is making with their stack that can affect GP systems. What they're doing is they're making changes on Exchange Online. They're upgrading the TLS to 1.2. This is a security protocol software, and they're updating that on Exchange Online. They're also disabling basic authentication. So they're going to a new modern authentication in Exchange Online. So if your client, if your GP system is using either of those two things, you're going to have difficulties basically doing email out of GP. So our clients like the ability to email out of GP. It's handy. If you're using GP workflows, it's almost essential because it's one of the main ways or the preferred ways to accept approvals and to reject approvals with the workflow. So Microsoft has been coming out with this messaging probably for about 2 months. We have messaged our clients talking about this, and I just wanted to reiterate it today. Again, Microsoft has been making these changes, and effective October 1st of this year, 2022, this effect is going to take place across all their tenants for Microsoft Office and Microsoft 365 Office. So this change is going to happen, and really what Microsoft is saying is there's a couple ways that you can adapt to this. One is to upgrade to the 18.3 or 18.4. This will solve the issues with emailing out of GP. So we highly recommend that for a number of reasons. Probably the most important and most immediate one are these security changes that Microsoft's making. So next I want to look at the life cycle that GP is on from a support standpoint. If you're on GP 2018 or earlier versions, you're on what's considered a fixed life cycle. That means when the version is released, you've got basically 5 years of mainstream support, and then after that, you've got another 5 years of extended support. Following GP 2018 R2, Microsoft switched GP to a modern life cycle. And what that means for GP users is that every year, Microsoft's going to come out with a series of updates. They're going to be bug fixes, there's going to be new features, and they're going to be tax updates. Microsoft is also saying that to be current on their software, on GP software, you have to take at least one of those upgrades every year. There's going to be 2 to 3 upgrades that are available to people that are on their maintenance support. So what does that mean? Let's go to the next couple slides here. This one, I just want to show again because GP 2013, 2015, 2016 are out of support right now. They're out of the mainstream support, and they've got extended support that you can see on the screen there. 2018 is almost out of support. And let's take a look at the next slide here, which talks about what is mainstream support versus extended support. With mainstream support, that includes all bug fixes, feature upgrades, any security updates, and year-end updates. Year-end updates are like tax changes. For if you're using payroll, it's very important. It also includes things like the 1099 change that was made last year. Once the mainstream support ends for your version, you don't have access to that, so you have to upgrade. Now, extended support allows you to get those upgrades for just the security updates. So you'll no longer get the tax updates or the year-end updates. So that could be important, especially if you're using payroll within GP. Armanino is committed to supporting our existing GP clients through the extended period. Right? So even though you may have an issue with your version that's gone out of mainstream support, Armanino will endeavor to help you through those issues. But again, we're recommending, and we've messaged our clients already, that they update to more recent version. And right now we're looking at versions 18.3 and 18.4. So I think we have a few questions from the audience. We can address those now.
Thank you so much for taking the time to reach out and to talk to everybody. I'd like to bring all of our presenters back, some Q&A. All right, so we have a few questions here. One of them is, does this affect me, for Steve, does this update affect me if I run on Microsoft Exchange on-prem?
This change is only being made by Microsoft for Exchange Online. So that's part of the Microsoft 365 system. If you're running a local Exchange, then that's kind of up to you how you upgrade it. The reason that it's such a big deal is, frankly, a lot of our clients are using Office Online, and this could be an issue, will be an issue for them in October 1st.
All right. Another one we have here. What are the advantages for upgrading to Dynamics GP?
Well, besides the benefits that I talked about earlier, in other words, looking at making sure that you get the latest and greatest from a security standpoint, we're also seeing clients that are on older versions not being able to use the Word templates properly. Word templates are a way to really customize the forms that you send out to your business partners. A lot of the older versions have an issue with Office that does not allow the Word templates to be used properly. Also, I alluded to earlier, there was a 1099 change made because the US federal government made that change back in, I believe, 2021, 2020. That was a year-end update. If you print your 1099s out of GP, you're going to want that update.
All right. Well, we're just here at the end of our 30-minute webinar, but we have one other question. It looks like it's directed to Kayla. So Kayla mentioned Costco Travel has several resources that are more tech savvy that are championed for the implementation. What tech skills did they possess versus other internal resources?
Yeah, definitely. So a couple of individuals that I'm referring to, they have some more database experience. So understanding how like primary keys and fields work together. They also have some experience in data visualization, currently with Tableau, because that's our company's resource that we use. However, we're looking at plugging into BI with D365. Yeah. They have some pretty incredible Excel skills, and that was definitely something that was necessary during the data validation phase, is being able to do that quickly, efficiently, accurately, and some very basic coding and SQL experience as well.
All right. Well, we have another question. I know that we're at the top of the hour. Feel free to jump off. This will be recorded. We'll be able to send this to everybody, but we're getting a good stream of questions, and I want to make sure that we get some answers for everybody. So we have another one about, were there utilities or resources they use choosing finance and supply chain over Business Central? And what type of sizing requirements did you guys use?
Business Central is the new F&O, right? Or F&O, Business Central now.
No, so finance and supply chain is the new F&O. Business Central, yeah.
Got it. So for us, our solution that we needed was finance specific. So it wasn't really, our solution wasn't geared to any other department other than finance and accounting. So I think that was one major reason. I don't actually recall that we looked at like the full suite of D365 because there was too much in there that wasn't going to meet our needs. Got it.
Steve, do you have any other, it looks like you might have something to add to it.
Well, Business Central it's a mid-market solution. And what we're seeing, a lot of our GP clients are looking at Business Central as a way to get into the cloud, get similar functionality that they have in GP. It's really a good solution for them. BC is based on a code base that's been around for a very long time. So it's very well built out. Functionality is very similar. So if you're in a mid-range area looking for a solution to get away from GP on-premise, it's a good way to go.
All right. This concludes the webinar for this month. Thank you all for joining. Kayla, so great to see you. And I know you're right down the street from me, so you can come play basketball after if you want.
I like it.
Thanks everyone for joining, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Vision, the greatest offensive and defensive ability on the planet. Results define predator or prey. Armanino offers clarity in a disruptive, ever-evolving world by bringing more agility, innovation, and breadth of expertise for apex performance. Equipping you with the insights and tools needed to succeed today and in the future. Forever altering your perspective of what is possible. Opportunity in sight.